So a couple of days ago, there was this information on the internet about Bayu, the Instagram skit maker. He got called out for soliciting for sex for roles on his skits. And there wasn't just one person, there wasn't just two people, there were a number of people.
Wow.
So apparently yesterday, he came out with an apology and also gave a bit of an insight into the instance where it felt like he was being blackmailed. But that does not remove the fact that he had initially solicited for sex from multiple women for roles inside of the skit. I and Mike were talking, we had this difference in opinion here where Mike says soliciting is not a crime. And I'm like, yeah, but you are representing, well, maybe brands or even yourself, or morals, let's just put it so. So thus, it is rather unfortunate that that would be a thing or a tactic or a means by which you want to get sex.
So what did he apologize
for? He apologized, I don't know.
You don't know? So
we need to be clear on the apology, because for him to be talking about being blackmailed and in the same breath apologizing, we need to understand.
It depends. You know that sometimes maybe one can blackmail you, one can. You can apologize to one, you can say one. Because sometimes when things are plenty like that, if you are selecting rice, sometimes stone can be inside. So if you're selecting beans.
Well, Mike, you had a difference of opinion.
No, not really a difference of opinion. I wanted to check out. I know that in some places, depends on the position you hold in a particular framework within some limitations and some boundaries. So solicitation is wrong because you represent something. Do you understand? So say someone wanted to get into TVC and Mazino is a recruitment director. Exactly. Mazino is a recruitment director. You understand? And then Mazino says, before you get into TVC, we have to ensure that you are up to date.
There's a reason I dance the way I dance.
So my point is that, my point now is that considering that in that particular scenario, a lot of people put up all these things and put it out. He mentioned that he had learned, according to what part I listened to, he has taken all the stones thrown at him, so he's about to build a house with the stones thrown at him.
So he will no longer chat, he will do it by phone call.
Wow.
So I want to talk about the ethics of it. Ethically speaking, negotiating
for sex or with sex.
With anything that is not really your due. So for instance, I went through something similar. I was supposed to be a host at another station. This was years and years ago. And I was
HR, take notes, not recently?
I was actually, I was actually told, oh, please come back with your friends.
Oh, wow.
Yes, somebody very, very prominent in this industry, still working today, said, come back with your friends. And I was like, laughed it off. 2 weeks later, I called and I asked, hey, of course it's not TVC. But I'm saying, when I didn't come back with those friends, I actually made the call. I said, also, is there any updates? They're like, but you didn't come back with your friends. You didn't come back with your friends.
So what are you saying? Ethically,
it's wrong.
It's wrong ethically.
It's completely wrong.
Yeah. Okay, so the issue here, because
that could have killed a dream.
Mazino, what you said was, if someone is representing an entity, unfortunately in this case, he's representing himself. Because it is his entity. Yeah. So if we look at it from that angle, he's still going to justify it. The reality is this: when you're offering someone something, you should never expect something as intimate or as personal as sex. It is wrong in all ways, because just as you said, it's killing a dream.
It could have killed
and apart from killing the dream, it's also a way of making a mess of the gender.
Yeah,
so
very, very
yeah, there are women who might be willing, but it still doesn't make it right.
Sadly, there are more women that are willing now because of the fact that they've noted that it gives results.
So there is a market.
So that's the thing. If there wasn't a market for it, then guys wouldn't be doing it.
Exactly.
You were going to say
That's exactly what I was going to. If somebody decides that that is my capital, what right do you have to overrule the person? It is my capital. It is what I have in exchange.
Well, let me say something.
It is quid
coming
pro
from
quo
off of
for
what
me.
you said, Mary and Mike. He's not representing himself. He's celebrated. If you're celebrated, then we have given you the opportunity to be a role model, whether you like it or not. This is a fact. You cannot then make nonsense of that opportunity.
Mazino, this thing you're saying can be contested.
I agree,
I saw a video
and I would like you to.
or rather this morning, of two females in bed with a young man, two young ladies. Wow. And it's something that these days, I dare say that shame is out the window. So when you put it that way, Mazino, it doesn't work. And
Let me give you another
things like
instance.
this. Wait,
Okay,
it is things like this that are aiding those kind of incidents, because you feel like, oh, she's more or less selling herself. That kind of girl in that video.
Are we on the same page here?
Okay, like Isbae,
Are we on the same page
I'm
here?
available.
My point, I think, has not. Let me make my point clear. For some people, it is quid pro quo. You don't have any right to that person. What do you mean with my moral and ethics? I have something. I want to give it. I want to take something.
Unfortunately, true.
And so moral and ethics don't come in that particular scenario.
Sadly, it has cheapened the gender in many ways.
It has cheapened the gender that wants to be cheapened, because I refuse to accept that it has cheapened the gender.
Thankfully,
That
Thankfully, it didn't kill the dream.
Thankfully.
And I'm here now. But yeah, I'll call him out one day.
In any case,
one girl said she did it now. I now told that girl, her boyfriend.
in any case, tell us what you think, okay?
If your girlfriend is going to be doing skits, be careful.
No.
This one has been
If your girlfriend has been in any Isbae,
No, it's not about the
You didn't see the man? If your girl,
Oh my God.
If they invite you for
It's girls, not all of them do it. It's just the ones they like.
but it's
and
gonna be
find
in your head. It's gonna
attractive.
be in your mind. Hey, oh my
See,
goodness,
you know what?
Chioma
Let's
was
go on
there.
this break. These things we are saying is not nice. We'll be back.
Now who they catch?
We'll be back. Don't mind him. We will be back.